Barcelona vs Real Sociedad. Talking about the formation of both teams, Barcelona were playing in brand new formation 3-2-4-1 and Real Sociedad were playing in 4-1-2-1-2 formation. Let's start with the build-up phase of Barca. Barcelona were building the game in back 3 in the first phase. Araujo and Eric Garcia were wide backs and Christensen was the central defender. Barca centre backs were split in the build-up phase. Real Sociedad were in 4-1-2-1-2 formation and they were pressing with front two. The front two of Real Sociedad were unable to press well due to split of Barca centre-backs. Due to the split of Barca centre-backs, the front men of Real Sociedad were getting dragged wide and Barca were getting space centrally. Barcelona were using double pivots and those were Frankie de Jong and Gavi. Real Sociedad's second line was of one player, so David Silva was 2 versus 1 down in front of the pivots of Barcelona. David Silva was unable to deal with pivots because Silva mostly operating central. To deal with this situation, Real Sociedad were pushing a player from midfield to create a 2 versus 2 situation in front of the pivots. David Silva was unable to deal with the pivots, so the Real Sociedad midfielder was forced to press pivots. When Real Sociedad center midfielder went ahead to press Frankie de Jong, Real Sociedad third line was breaking. Due to the breakdown of the third line, central space was being created for Barcelona. Real Sociedad center midfielder was committed on Frankie de Jong and Barca's number 9 was dropping in midfield to occupy that space. Because Dembele and Balde were high and holding the back line, Robert Lewandowski and Ferran Torres were receiving the ball between the lines. Barcelona were building the game in back 3 in open play. Real Sociedad were facing the same problem in open play. Real Sociedad's second line was 2 versus 1 down in front of the pivots. David Silva was 2 versus 1 down in front of Barca's pivots. So Real Sociedad were pushing a player forward to neutralize the number. David Silva was marking Frankie de Jong in open play, so Gavi was free. So while Gavi was receiving the ball, the center midfielder was ready to press Gavi. Barca's pivots were centrally isolated, so Barca's centre backs were being forced to lateral passes. Real Sociedad were playing very defensively in the second half. Real Sociedad frontmen were not pressing the centre backs and dropping deep. Barca centre backs looked comfortable as there was no pressure in front of Barca centre backs. In the open play, Barca were using double pivots. In the first half, Gavi was alongside Frankie de Jong and in the second half, Pedri was alongside Frankie de Jong in pivotal role. When Barca's pivots had the ball, David Silva was the only player pressing Barca's pivots. There was no action from Real Sociedad frontmen Kubo and Isaac. David Silva was centrally 2 versus 1 down in front of the Barca's pivot and Barca's pivot were looking comfortable with the ball. Real Sociedad frontmen were not covering the Barca's pivot, the reason being that when Barca's pivot were carrying the ball and going forward, the frontmen were getting dragged and half space was opening up. With the frontmen being out of position, Barca's centre backs were easily carrying the ball and going ahead. Later in the game, Barca had changed the tactics. Barcelona were building the game in traditionally back four after Alba arrived. Araujo and Alba were playing as a fullbacks. Barca's pivot was going wide. With pivot going wide, Jordi Alba had a license to push high. The winger was moving into half space as Alba pushed high.